Peace and blessings, my brothers and sisters. This is Dr. Grant again with a guide for meat eaters, part two. I want to first start out by letting you know that meat eating is nothing to really be obsessed with or taken to the extremes, um, because when you take things to the extreme, it throws your body into a state of disequilibrium. But I do want you to consider some of the information that I've given you and some of the information I'm going to continue to provide so that you can at least have some type of understanding of what are some of the causes behind your illnesses, your lack of spiritual awareness, your lack of spiritual consciousness, and your lack of happiness in life. I'm not saying meat contributes to everything that goes wrong in your life, but it's a significant factor. Um, on this part, I'm going to focus on a spiritual aspect of meat eating because I'm a very spiritual person. I'm I'm I was I'm the child of a minister and a devoutly spiritual mother. She trained me to respect all people who respect me and avoid those who don't. So if you don't agree with some of the things I'm saying and it's just not making you feel good, I would advise you not to even listen to me. But for those who are listening, I want to say this to you. If you're with a partner and you're trying to be healthy and they're not trying to be healthy, and they're making all kind of threats like I'm going to divorce you if you don't cook my meat, then it's time to step back and look at your relationship. Now, I do know some women, some queens, who will not date or who will not even indulge in any kind of relationship with a man who is a meat eater. They may speak to him and talk to him briefly, but as far as any kind of intimacy, it's out of the question. And that's their prerogative. Um, in fact, there was one guy who told his wife he was going to divorce her if she stopped cooking his meat, and it upset her. I can't blame her because here's a man that's not willing to even listen to some of the things she was telling him in a factual manner about what meat is doing to their lives and how it's affecting his health and how he's getting diseases and infecting her because it's contagious once you contract some diseases. And just talking to somebody with a lot of viruses and bacteria and germs and stuff like that, it airborne pathogens do travel and they can infect a person who has a low immune system, a low functioning immune system. So it's something I want you to keep at least in your field of interest, some alternative way to change your life. Um, well, I should say an alternative form of healing rather than medications that are causing sickness themselves. I was checking out a book this morning, and I'm very deep into my thoughts and philosophy. One of the books I've been reading that's been dealing with meat eating, but then again, it deals with everything as far as spirituality is concerned and consciousness, and it tells me that, like all books that try to explain to you about meat eating, that there's some problems with it. The book I'm referring to is entitled the Metu Netta, Volume 2 by Ra Un Ufer Amen. Here is the cover. And I will go to page 193. Where he talks about meat eating. And he says meat eating by humans betray a lack of understanding of the interrelationship and interdependence between the makeup of the human digestive system and the food intended for it. And what he's saying basically is what I've heard from a lot of great thinkers, and that is your body is not built to handle meat. Meat, if you eat it, stays in your body for up to 3 days, and it begins to rot. What they know is putrefaction. Putrefaction. Well. Anyway, it means right inside your body. I don't want to get too technical because big words don't impress me. And I don't want to try to impress nobody out there who is into big words, because that's not a sign of intelligence. But I like the part where he's saying it is best to avoid animal products, including fish, eggs, chicken, dairy, which are not vegetables. In case you haven't noticed, besides having an adverse effect on your health, animal protein and fats are the greatest dietary sources of cancer, heart disease, rheumatoid illness. You will not be able to fulfill the requirements of Ma'at stage of initiation. Ma'at is, getting the balance and harmony into your life. And I mentioned disequilibrium, how your body is not going to be in balance when you do engage in meat eating, because you're always be sick in one way or just be stopped up nose, cold, fever, blisters, aches, pains, indigestion, all kinds of other problems. And these are signs that your body's telling you something's not right. Something's not right here. You've got to treat me better. And don't be saying that you're having a heart attack when your heart can't attack you. You're attacking your heart with bad foods. This is part 2, and just to get you to thinking, I want you to kind of like start sending me some questions about meat, any place, Facebook, Twitter, anywhere, and I'll begin to answer them in the next video. As I mentioned before, it takes an awful lot of time to do this. So this is like my community service that I'm doing in order to enlighten people who want help. Those who don't want help, hey, peace be unto you. See you. But this is Dr. Uran. I'm signing off real quick this morning because I got a lot of things to do. But I want you to email me or whatever and let me know how you feel about this. Peace and blessings. Have a great day. Stay strong. And remember, no peace without justice. Amano.